Alright, hello people from the internet, hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. The time has come for me to play on stream once again, so here we are on Rift Wizard 2. There's this thing, I don't know what it is, um, but we have Archmage Trials! Archmage Trials! What are these? Oh my... Well, we have the classics. Limited Spellbook and Improviser. Pyromancer only fire and lightning dark. Okay, so far not so exciting. Menagerist, all levels have an exotic pet reward. Spells are free, but only one can be purchased. Let's go. Spells are free, but only one can be purchased. Each level has additional variant boss monsters. That's already the worst. I haven't played any of these, but this is already the worst because modified monsters are the least enjoyable part of this game. Each level beyond the fourth has an additional giant monster. Giant Slayer! That is actually Giant Slayer, Ogre Mage. No skills, and every level has a ruby heart, so you get big HP but no skills. Okay. Wow, man, this is gonna be funny. Um, I will absolutely go through these. It's probably gonna take me like a month, maybe because of this one. This is gonna be the humble horde of this game, I can already tell. Let's begin. What do we get? Lightning Bolt and Wolf. Hello K9, thank you for stopping by. Good to see you around. I hope life has been treating you well. Are you going back to Crawl to do secret stuff? I've been playing a lot of Rift Wizard. I haven't played Crawl since like February. I'm thinking that in July I'm gonna set like a donation goal or subscriber goal or something like that. But if I hit it, I will try to play some Crawl again. But we shall see. You were going to wait until 6 changes happen, but you can't help yourself. What changes are gonna happen? Do you know anything about that? I really have been very disconnected from Crawl since about a year, actually. Well, the only thing that we can really get here is Wolf, because we're not gonna get Lightning Bolt, and Wolf is pretty respectable. Supposedly RI is gonna make them really hard, which makes you extremely excited. That is pretty nice indeed. I'm gonna hold on for Wolfpack. Wolfpack is very good after all. Oh yeah, it's limited spellbook, so the skills, yeah, the skills are intact. I can just get whatever, and as long as I can get whatever, I can win with literally any spell. The skills are that strong in this game. Let's see. Anyway, what else do I get? Nothing that I am really interested in picking up. Like some spells are strong, like Volcanic Eruption, but I wanted to do a Wolfer run. The other day I did an almost Wolfer run where I had to pick up Fireball, but other than that I won the run. But still, I would have preferred not picking up Fireball. And these levels are rough. Yeah, in this level, the issue here is that the witches summon ghosts, and the ghosts are immune to physical, so the wolves are not gonna kill them. Rift Wizard looks fun. The way I think about Rift Wizard is, funnily enough, it's like doing like playing a Ziggurat in Crawl. It's just that the Ziggurat doesn't start as crazy as a Crawl Ziggurat, and you don't start as strong as. It's like Six Sprint, actually. That is a better comparison. But yeah, you scale up pretty hard, and the enemies also scale up pretty hard. It is a pretty enjoyable experience. I like it a lot. You might like it a lot as well, considering how much you like cigarettes. Um, mm, that level does have a lot of loot for me. Oh, decisions. Okay, let's give this a try. I hope that I do not get absolutely hosed by the witches. Another reason for me to want to do this level is because the gates are kind of close together. Um, let's see if it works out. The choke point is kind of getting me here. Yeah, they're killing the wolves, which means that I am going to lose. Oh, man, this choke point really hosts me. Yeah. I also shouldn't have summoned all wolves at the same time. They're definitely not gonna get rid of that. Okay. I could also get another spell. That is always a possibility. Um, could Scourge work well here? Because normally I would get like Fireball here, and I do have Ice Ball, but Ice Ball only has 8 charges compared to the 20, or like it's not 20 something, but it kind of feels like that when it comes to Fireball. It's like 17 or so. It's really good, but we don't have that. I guess I have Lightning Bolt, and we do have a corridor, so Lightning Bolt could get the job done. Yeah, sure, I'll get Lightning Bolt. And then we just wait here for a couple of turns. Unfortunately, Lightning Bolt deals 12 and these have 13 HP. Rift Wizard is like, well, you know, roguelike, like actual roguelike, turn-based, tile-based, no meta progression, etc., etc. But it is much more fair than many of the other roguelikes that we are accustomed to. Like, for example, there is no accuracy rolls, there is no damage variability. If you do something, you know what you're gonna get. For example, I shoot this lightning bolt, deals 12 lightning damage in a beam. If I shoot it, it deals 12 lightning damage in a beam. This is not gonna magically dodge it, or it's gonna take less than 12. It does have a shield, however, so I first have to deal an instance of damage to get rid of its shield, and then it dies to the lightning bolt. Oh man, I cannot believe that this actually worked. Picking up lightning bolt was the key here. I wanted to go for only wolf, but yeah, going to this level was a bit of a mistake for the purposes of going for only wolf. This level shouldn't be that difficult, but let's see what else we get. The cats are rough because they deal 7 damage whenever they die and they revive, so they will kill the wolves. In Rift Wizard 1, attrition is more of a thing. Like, you don't regen HP or spell charges as you finish a level. You have to drink healing potions and mana potions to get back your stuff. In 2, you do regain your resources, but you get a lot less healing potions and mana potions. I would recommend to try 1 actually, because 1 is a lot more completed of a game. This is still kind of in its evolution process. I like 2, but I like 1 more. Yeah, it's not like I think 2 is a bad game by any means. It's just that I like 1 more, and the way that 1 does certain things more than 2. But yeah, let's go here. I have a couple of options. I can start on the experience and get the wolf pack upgrade so that I summon a lot of wolves. Or I can start here so I can get a better angle to shoot lightning bolts at, like hit the spawners better. But I think that wolf pack is more impactful than that. Now I summon 3 wolves per cast a wolf, which is quite a bit. Really good. Um, the wolves have some funny properties. 15 HP, 5 damage with their melee and pounce attack, which also does 5 damage. But you can upgrade them quite a bit. So like they look kind of underwhelming now, even though they're really strong at um, taking over the early levels. But they will become even more powerful as the game goes on. Just as the things that we fight against. Hmm. So vampires are difficult to deal with on summon builds because the vampires heal with their melee. They are vampires after all. Wolves would have a very hard time killing them. Treants are also really bad because they have a 3-turn cooldown ability that heals them for 12. And another nice thing about this game is that you can tell exactly what the monsters are going to do and in which order they're gonna do it. So not only is it certainty for what you can do, but also certainty for what you're gonna be facing against, which I really, really, really like. Makes it so that you can actually spend a lot of time thinking about your play, and not like get hosed by some RNG or so, like it often happens in other games. Very small level. With a lot of bags of box and two-headed snakes. Very annoying that it's full of monsters that split. I still don't have the experience to take. Prince of Ruin, for example, is a skill that would do wonderfully in this level. I wonder if I can beat this level. Okay, I'm taking some damage, but in this game, taking damage is not as much of a death sentence as it is in one. At least not in the early levels, anyway. In one, taking damage in the early levels really hurts because you're really being hurt by that. Anyway, the targeter of Lightning Bolt is just so much worse than many of the other targeters in the game. I wish I had like Fireball. Fireball would have been absolutely massive here as well, because it's got such a superior targeter. Like you hit so many more things with Fireball compared to Lightning Bolt. Most of my wolves died. They were not well equipped to deal with a level like this. So fortunately, these flies only deal 1 damage, and the snakes get one-shot by the lightning bolt, so I don't really have much to fear. They're not gonna... I would like to believe that they're not gonna kill me in... Yeah, if I get surrounded and I take 9 damage per turn, that's actually kinda bad. But such is the unfortunate reality of having to use Lightning Bolt. It's not a great spell. Okay, so we have 9, 12, 15 monsters on the screen. We also have a death dice which deals 666 dark damage to 6 random enemies, and you may think, oh, random, but the way to make it not random is to kill stuff until only 6 monsters are in the level, and so it will hit the monsters that you actually want it to hit. I'm taking a bunch of damage here. I am thinking about using this teleporter to put myself here. It's a consumable, lets me teleport to any tile that I want. Obviously not over a chasm, but over like these floor tiles. If I had flying, I could teleport into... or I could stand over a chasm. I don't think it lets you teleport into a chasm. Unless that was fixed, because it was like that a couple of months ago when this game released. It's still in early access. This could be a problem. Yeah, I let myself be hit by a snake. And those poison for 5 turns. But I am healthy enough to not die from that, so I guess it could be okay. It's not gonna be okay, yeah. Because I kill them, they split, and then they continue biting me. Oh, yeah, we're still in a bit of a rough position. Man, I don't like Lightning Bolt. Aiming that is pretty hard to make it hit enough monsters for it to be worth it. In 1 it used to be a lot better because it had some pretty crazy upgrades, but in this game it lost all its crazy upgrades. Not a promising start, absolutely. Not a promising start. I mean, we survived, but we had to use a mana potion, and that is not ideal. Those are precious resources. No, these really matter to me that much. I guess I'll grab this in case I do end up going for the poison for the wolf. And I'm probably gonna do that. Mm, mm. No, no, that level is bad. What do we have here? Nothing that I'm interested in. We're starting to see modified enemies. Troll-blooded displacer beasts with 55 HP. Kinda rough. Gravy Bay, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Oh man, this level looks kinda hard. There's too many things, including the modified enemies. I don't know if Wolf can deal with that. So I am close to being able to get Prince of Ruin. I could definitely get that. Whenever an enemy dies to fire physical lightning, deal 13 damage of that type to a random enemy in line of sight of the target up to 5 tiles away. Would definitely increase the pushing power of the wolves. Also makes lightning bolt better. And I would have to start here or here to get it. Though I would like to start here. Here would be nice, but I cannot start here. It's just too dangerous. There's too many enemies. Something about this level that I'm not really a fan of are these blizzard beasts. The clouds are definitely gonna mess up the wolves. I think that I'm gonna reroll that, actually. It looks kinda hard. Lightning Master, Bogart. Pretty rough. Pretty rough indeed. This level looks quite hard. These guys are super strong, the rockworms. The ogres also have a lot of HP. Gyarabectoplasm. Would be nice, but I don't know if I can beat this level. Yeah, beta update with Archmage Trials. Limited spellbook. I'm doing limited spellbook. My spellbook is not great. I didn't get Fireball or Lightning Spire, unfortunately, so this start has been kind of hard. Not to mention that I am a bit rusty because I haven't really been playing that much of these. But yeah, we did get Silver Spear. Do you think Silver Spear should be what I focus on? Oh, did I get Word of Chaos? Did I seriously get Word of Chaos? Oh, I did. I hadn't even noticed. Okay, this is a signal. I have to win this. First try limited spellbook because I got Word of Chaos, my signature spell. Um, mm, mm, mm. mm. Ooh, conjuration spells and skills gain one number of summons. That's really good. I might go here. Your summon that is going to deal 6 poison damage to melee attackers. No, I think we get the flag, right? I was thinking of starting here and getting Prince of Ruin, but I think starting here and getting the flag and just spamming wolves to the point where I can get Prince of Ruin, aka when I can push all the way over here, makes more sense. These things do not summon, so pushing actually is a lot easier. Okay, yeah, I am convinced. So, do you have a cooldown on your Warp Ball? It's got 4 turns of cooldown actually. Uh, Man, that's so nice. Normally dealing with that specific mage is so hard, but on a summon build where you're summoning 4 wolves every turn that launch towards the mage, it's so much easier. Mm. Vampires. We still do not do well versus those. What are the rewards that we get here? Nothing too interesting. Orb of Corruption. Kinda dangerous. Whenever an enemy dies, summon a Firebomber what it was. The unfortunate downside of that is that it's gonna kill my dudes, but it might be really good for this level. That Conjuration Wand would have been good if it wasn't a Conjuration Wand. If it was like a Sorcery Wand, except for the minion duration, it would have been pretty cool. Need to find a good fire resist item too. For myself, maybe, yeah. I kind of want to start here and get the Blast Maker. And oh no, if it's a oh no no no, I confused this with the Banner of the Horde, which has uh, the same tile, but it's a different color, and it is actually a wand. These are wands, staves, I guess. Hmm. Decisions. I think that I can maybe do this level, despite the choke points and despite the monsters that are highly resistant to lightning, because I now have Prince of Ruin, and I'm summoning 4 wolves per turn. You have Fireball on no cooldown, so I could bait the Fireball by summoning some wolves, and it could Fireball these dudes. Nice. That's how strong Fireball is, that I would like to to bait monsters into using it for me. From these options, this is looking like the most likely one. Yeah, the Death by Friend Boom is a thing. Absolutely. But not if you position yourself properly. Yeah, sure, let's give it a try. The Fire Wizard is pushing hard with the Fireball. This could be a bit of a problem. Lucky me, I hit the mage. I was like, okay, if I hit the mage, this is really good. That went from being really bad to me beating this level. Shouts to that death dice. Really got the job done. Now I think the next thing that I get is well, there is so many things to get. There is so many things to get actually. 50% minion damage, that doesn't do a lot. 9 minion health does more. In comparison, Archconjurer gives me 3 minion damage, 50% minion health. Minion range doesn't matter yet. The 2 charges are also nice. Nature Lord gives me 3 charges, 7 minion range, 10 minion, 7 minion damage, 10 minion health. I think I like that. I think that's the next thing that I should get. Yeah, because I was thinking if I wanted an upgrade immediately, but I think I can hold on. I'm getting some rough levels, some levels that I don't think I'm well equipped to deal with. I think I have to reroll these. Bay Witches. I don't want to go there. No monsters that split, no monsters that summon, and no monsters that are immune to physical, of course. This looks okay, but I saw modified monster. What is it? Immortal Iron Imp. I guess that's fine. It's not that terrible. Can't stick around, but wanted to say hello and thanks. Found this game through my YouTube channel and love it. It is a pretty good game. I am glad that you love it because if you buy the game, that gives incentive to Dylan to continue developing stuff, and I really like the stuff that Dylan develops. That's where I'm going. So yeah, thank you for the continued support. The Blast Maker is killing the wolves. I guess that will be a lot better later on when I get more HP for the wolves and me in regen. I could get Pyrophilia. I could get Pyrophilia right now. Kobolds would be a lot scarier if they had enough HP to tank a couple of lightning bolts, you know? Fortunately, they don't. Oh, these are immune to lightning. So only Wolf deals with them. I better save a charge for later. It's definitely looking like I like I'm gonna have to use a mana potion again if I don't want to use if I don't want to get another spell or so. Kind of annoying. Okay. I decided that the best thing to do there was to get Nature Lord for the big damage upgrade for Wolf. We also get more charges, which, yeah, like all of what Nature Lord provides is relevant right now. Um, okay, so range is the thing that actually would benefit Icy Vengeance here. So we get Icy Lens for maybe Icy Vengeance later on. Pretty good. That ended up working out because I decided to try to get Nature Lord through the curse of a level. If I hadn't done that, it probably would have been disastrous. You know, the Frost Spew monsters are hard because they... well, specifically these ones, because they summon the Frost Spew ghosts. So these freeze and the ghosts freeze as well. It is quite annoying, and there is a lot of them in the level, not to mention that Ice Lich. Let's go elsewhere. The invasion of the modified enemies. Let's see if the reroll gets me something good. That's a choke points. Might not be terrible considering that now we have Prince of Ruin. Not to mention that we also have Lightning Bolt to kind of soften things up. But my issue with the Swamp Queen is that it says at a random location on the map. On this map, summoning a Fly Trap here and a Fly Trap here would be pretty bad. Not to mention that you can just continuously do that every 9 turns. This looks rough. Let's see the other options. Ghost Liches. I don't think that's that bad. I'm still worried about the vampires. How much damage do the wolves deal? $12 now. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like it that they deal 12. We have some hats. Redeal 50% of poisonous fire. That's not bad at all. Definitely makes me go towards a poison build, but unfortunately these guys are immune to physical. They're not immune to poison, but I cannot afford it. It costs 4, the poison speed, and even then, I don't think that it would be a good idea to go to that level. Like even if I already had the speed, because you know those guys are still immune to physical. There's so many of them. These levels are kinda hard. I guess this is the least hard. I would probably get the witch. Okay, so what if I drop here and I just immediately use this as a stopwatch? I guess that's gotta be the plan. This Ghost Lich is immune. And it just stonewalled everything. Luckily, yes, we're doing limited spellbook here, because Archmage Trials have already been implemented into Rift Wizard 2. Finally, so exciting. So we are doing limited spellbook to begin with. The one that I like the least out of all of the Archmage Trials is the one that places more modified enemies. Yeah, that is the one that I'm gonna enjoy the least. Hopefully, if I delay it enough, it will be removed before I actually have to do it. Bramblethorn sounds really good, but these Orc Houndlords sound really bad. On the other hand, I already have Prince of Ruin. Maybe it is not gonna be that much of a problem. How much HP do the Orc Wolves have? I don't know. Modified Rotting Zombies. Very annoying. But I think that level might be doable. This one, on the other hand, 3 million damage on the wolves. That is not terrible. How much damage does when it dies? 13 fire damage. Yeah, absolutely. Blastmaker is a non-bow, but I figured that it was an okay thing to wave clear. My plan is later on to get stuff that takes advantage of the wolves taking damage, like obviously this, natural vigor, minion regeneration, maybe natural healing as well, since the wolves will heal for what, 5? Yeah, whenever I cast wolves, all of the wolves will heal for 5. Doesn't sound terrible. Um, hmm. I have this feeling that this level is gonna mess me up pretty bad. Look at where the gates are. These are okay. This is kinda not okay, and this is absolutely not okay. Um, Look at the monsters as well. This is an Orc Houndlord spawner. And Orc Houndlords themselves are monster spawners, and there's so many of them. I feel like I really shouldn't go there. Um, like my spider senses are tingling, kind of thing. We get a staff if I want to replace the blast maker. Oh, another thing, like actually the correct thing to get to make it so that blast maker does not end up killing all my dudes is this. Um, Whenever someone minion witnesses an enemy taking fire damage, that minion heals for half that damage. If a bomb hits 2 enemies, that is enough to compensate for the damage of a wolf that is close, and also gets hit. It only needs to hit 2 enemies, so that is a pretty good thing. Hmm. This one doesn't seem terrible because I can start here and just summon wolves and kill that really quickly. It's very cool seeing how these builds develop. Yeah, and you can take it in many different directions. Like wolves are a nature conjuration spell that summons stuff, so that already gives you so many things that synergize super well with it. In fact, in Rift Wizard 1, there's a challenge where the only spell that you have is Wolf, and it's very doable to win the game using only Wolf. Um, the way to do it is like you get Venom Spit and Spider spawning. Whenever an enemy dies to poison, summons a spider, which also has a speed, so that goes kind of exponential. Um, and like stuff like that. You go into poison stuff. In this game, you can make them be more of a strong thing by themselves, but you still probably want to go into the poison stuff. Anyway, I think that this is what we are going to do. I am thinking because these guys add a degree of attrition since they regen HP per turn. They have resistance to physical. They have a ton of HP. They summon stuff. They swap places with a random nature unit. And my wolves are nature, so maybe they will swap places with the wolves. But if they do that, I just summon more wolves and then they die, which actually would be quite convenient. There are two headed snakes in the level, so they're most likely just gonna swap places with those. This is gonna be a complicated level. Let's see how it goes. Wow. Wow, that's wild. They swap places with a random nature unit. These are nature, and they still swapped into my dudes. I'm not gonna complain, that's actually good for me. Nice. Oh, I should maybe not be playing in next turbo. I think that turbo is okay for this specific build. Even though it's an ally build, I think that X turbo is not necessary. Lots of fire bombers. Okay. This guy has teleport, in case you're wondering how this guy landed here. Okay, that guy, like, wolves deal so easily with some enemies that are very difficult to deal with on other builds, just because you summon a bunch of guys and they shred through shields really, really easily. It's quite nice. I like it. Okay, we're almost done with the level. Yeah, Blastmaker ended up getting the job done. Look at that. Crawl summonings be like... Oh yeah, like, these guys are so much more powerful than Crawl summons. Crawl summons, like, are nothing compared to Rift Wizard summons. I am a big fan of Rift Wizard summoning, because it is like it actually feels good to summon stuff in this game. Perhaps too good, in fact, because like I like them because they're strong, but I don't like them because I feel like sometimes the only thing that you have to do is just sit there and summon stuff and hide behind it, and then they clear the level for you. There's certainly a couple of builds, some builds that are exactly like that. Because of that, I like sorcery builds a lot more. Sorcery is like, Mega Annihilate, deals 99 fire damage, 99 lightning damage, and 99 physical damage to the target, kind of thing. Or Volcanic Eruption, creates a 6-tile burst of lava in a chasm. The burst flows up to 3 tiles out of the chasm. The lava deals 52 fire damage, like explodey things and stuff. And enchantments is like damage over time and like status effects or buffs or debuffs kind of thing. Those are like the 3 main schools, and most of the other spells are one of those 3 schools or 2. So far, there's no spell that is all 3 schools, but I look forward to that ever existing. There's also ward spells, which are like an effect that affects everything in the game, in the level. It's pretty nice. It's hilarious to hear that, considering you've watched me play Crawl so much. and know how I feel about allies. In this game, I think that part of the reason why I never really, or why I didn't like allies that much was because ally builds just plays more stuff that does a lot more things, and by extension, it was stressful on my old computer. But this one, on this computer, like I don't really have that problem, fortunately. Um, so it is a lot more palatable to play an ally build. I still don't like them that much. Um, there was a time before Rift Wizard. Absolutely, it's changed me. Yeah, I still wouldn't do an ally build in Crawl because ugh, playing Crawl and then playing an ally build in Crawl kind of thing. Um, hmm, these levels are pretty bad. I'm gonna re-roll them. And we're leaving behind this loot because I don't think I care about it. The Dynamo would have been a pretty funny thing to go for if I was going for Lightning. Um, we have Lightning Bolt. Okay, we do have some Lightning spells. Maybe I should have gone Lightning. Lightning Bolt, Thunder Strike, and Lightning Form. Lightning Halo is kind of bad. This is also kind of bad. Pyro Curse is okay for shredding the resistance, but it only removes fire. I thought that it removed lightning as well. Nah. Mm, I just thought of something important. We have 7 experience, and this game introduced a really broken skill called Serpents of Chaos. Whenever you deal 6 or more fire, lightning, or physical damage, summon a corresponding snake for 4 turns. I'm gonna get that. And you will see how that will make this run go exponential. Like, I am already so powerful because I have that. Yeah, for Spellforge Servitor specifically, it is expensive. That was my issue with it because it's kind of a reliable guy, the Spellforge Servitor, but unfortunately, it is pretty expensive. These levels don't look very good, but this might have to be it. Okay, I keep forgetting that I have the Witch, and the Witch is actually pretty useful. Yeah, this was not the greatest level to go to. At least I have teleporters to move away from this position, because I'm not sure if I can hold on to this spot. I'm surrounded by too many things that are capable of freezing me. And while the witch may not care about the ice damage, I am unfortunately not immune to ice. Not to mention that this level's really good at getting rid of the snakes, so I'm not really enjoying the benefits of the snakes going wild. Yeah, like I'm getting a couple of them, but then they die instantly. I'm making there are optimal spells arguments, more optimal spells arguments, which is more subjective because it's not really fun to always be most optimal. Crawl's issues are more with unit management in your opinion, which is more objective. Um, yeah, that too. I absolutely agree with that. Like, it is annoying to play a summon build in Crawl because the summons don't really do what you want them to do, which is very annoying. Um, these guys are immune to lightning, so as much as I would like to just shoot them down with lightning bolt, unfortunately that's not gonna work. The gargoyles are also immune to lightning, so we're almost done with the level, but we are still gonna struggle a bit. Yep, the wolves are dying kinda fast, and we're not really getting the snakes that I was looking for. Yeah, the snakes, I don't know if you noticed that, but the snake got instantly killed by the iron imps, which is kind of funny. Do I have to use another teleporter? No way I have to use another teleporter. Okay, I have Ether Swap, but I cannot even afford it, so I guess I do need to teleport. Hide behind this witch, which is about to die, by the way. Oh man. Okay, I am gonna have to use resources, but it's fine. New Guardian Golem feels kind of bad now. It used to be like, isn't there a guy that just explodes like old Guardian Golem used to? That teleport felt bad, but I have to do it because these remove max HP, and I didn't want to have my max HP be removed. Now, I could hope that the witch is enough to beat the level, but I know it's not gonna be. Um, yeah, I know that it's not gonna be because these guys are also immune to ice. So I'm just gonna skip the hoping that it beats the level and just gonna use a mana potion and just summon more wolves. Okay, surprisingly, the witch is actually holding on quite well. So I did need to use a mana potion to get rid of the things that were coming for me, but the witch diluted the amount of things that I have to fight on my own. Pretty nice. That's a guy. Now it's called Blazeheart Golem, but it doesn't explode nearly as consistency now. Your experience, it beats a guy up and then poofs. Ah, that's pretty boring. Um, Concussive Idol on gnomes, on electric ogres. No, we're not going there. That is pretty bad. So yeah, like in Rift Wizard 2 there are modified monsters, like there's base ogres and then there's this ogre that has the electric modifier. That makes it have a bunch more HP, like an actual bunch more. Normal ogres have 45, this one has 195. It has a shield, it has a lightning leap attack with a good amount of range, retaliatory damage in melee, and immunity to lightning. Yeah, and that modifier isn't even the worst. The worst is probably immortal. Oh, immortal monsters are pretty bad. Yeah, and that guy isn't even that strong compared to some other stronger monsters that we will see later on. I do have to say that I feel like this build is not getting as powerful as I would like it to be. Ah, here we can see a normal ogre. Yeah, like that's what a normal ogre looks like. The modifiers really make the monsters a lot more powerful. Um, Mm, Blood Mage. Mm. Man, I think that this level isn't that hard, but my issue with it is that there's no reward. None of these things do anything for me. Well, I guess that does something very like low impact, so I pretty much don't consider it to be like like a reward. This level is too hard with the Troublers and the Gnomes. The Gnomes have a ranged attack that doesn't have that much range, but it summons something next to what it hurt, and it does it every turn. So it's you taking damage, a lot of damage from the Gnome, while you're killing the Gnome, and then you have to get rid of the things that it summons. Um, or you like try to get rid of the things that it summons, and then the gnome just continuously shoots things at you. It's pretty awful. And then these guys have a range 10 attack, which is quite a bit of range actually. Like my lightning bolt has 11 range, so it barely outranges them, and the wolf has 5 range. Um, so yeah, it's not enough to really do well versus these guys. That teleport things away, and these are modified. Normally they have 1 HP and like 1 shield, but these are clay troublers with 19 HP and 2 shields, and they also regen, and they also have resistance to lightning. Yeah, modified monsters are definitely a thing in this game. I'm gonna reroll. Let's see what we get. Good luck. I am trying to get this to be my first win of limited spellbook. It's my first attempt as well. Hey, we have a 3x3 monster. It's an idol of invincibility. All allies gain 1 shield up to a max of 3 with 3 turns of cooldown. So it just shields everything and everyone. You're trying not to melt. Is it very hot where you are? Because, yeah, I was there a couple of weeks ago. It was pretty bad. Though I have to say that last year was worse. Yeah, this year it wasn't unbearable the way that last year um, was. It was still pretty bad, and I definitely would prefer not to experience that kind of heat, but it was not like, oh, it's so bad that I literally cannot be in the room where I normally stream. um, at the time I stream. Yeah, it is getting warm, or like not warm. It's getting kind of cool here in Mexico City. There's like rains and stuff. But yeah, a couple of weeks ago it was pretty bad. Ghostly trolls. Why does it have to be this way, game? Why do you have to summon? Why do you have to place ghostly trolls? Record-breaking temps in your area. It was probably record-breaking temps in my area as well. I don't really watch TV, and by extension, I don't get like weather stuff. I don't really come in contact with it, so it probably was, but I don't know. Um, this year isn't as bad yet, just far too hot to be comfortable. I would like to go here. I feel like I can kinda stand a chance, but these guys with their immunity to physical kinda ruin everything. Maybe this is more doable. Oh, yeah, this is the reason why I didn't want to go here. And this is the reason why I didn't want to go here. 5 arcane damage, 30 range. 30 range is effectively the whole level. Yeah, as you can see, this guy with 30 range hits every tile that I can step on, which is really funny. There's some tiles that it doesn't hit, but I cannot step on those. One in the center does hit every tile. You live just under the roof, and this house has awful insulation. Yeah, pretty much same conditions that my streaming room is in. It is pretty bad. When it gets bad, it's pretty bad. if I ever am in a position to amass a large amount of savings, that's like one of the first things that I would do. I would fix that. Um, I think that I do go here. This level is gonna be very annoying. Something that happens when you have Pro Spew allies is that they often just freeze you. If there's something close to you to attack, they just attack you. Okay, we're getting some Toad Beasts from Toad Blood Transmutation. I feel like that might be a big thing to have. And as you can see, the Toads have a lot more HP than the Wolves. Wolves have 25, the Toads have 95. And both the Toads and the Wolves are natures, so they will scale off of me getting nature skills. I think that Toad Blood Transmutation skills also Conjuration, so if I get Conjured Aggression, Conjured Vitality, they will also benefit from that, which will be nice. This thing is really refusing to die. Oh, there we go. Okay. Serpents of Chaos is doing a lot here, as you can see. The fire bombers that we're making with the blast maker are killing the worm shambler spawns. These split into smaller ones and summon the smallest kind of worm ball, which is extremely convenient. It's making a lot of snakes, kind of exactly what I was looking for. Gotta be careful with my HP. Gotta be careful not to be next to these fire bombers. Pretty good. This is a level where my build actually is shown, like where it felt pretty strong. Finally, we're starting to get there. Oh, this level will also be really good for that, I think, because these bat dragons summon a million stuff, and as we have seen, I do really well versus monsters that summon a million things. As long as I can easily kill those, and fortunately the dragons that they summon are easily killable. Well, when faced with these levels, this is definitely the easiest one. What do we get? I guess that we can get Conjured Aggression, Conjured Vitality. I could also save for Arch Conjurer. 50% minion health on the Toads actually does quite a bit. And I can get it next level. I'm gonna hold on. Sweet. That did quite a bit. You moved. Damage dealt. A bunch of damage. Damage taken. Quite a bit from the fire bombers. That killed all the bat dragons in the level. Yeah, kind of what I was expecting to see, or what I wanted to see. Pretty good, pretty good. Spell casts to Wolf. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. That's what I wanted to see when I picked this. Um, so maybe I should go to levels with monsters that split or summon more things, because very clearly I can take over the level. Immortal Orc Houndlord, which summons Immortal Orc Wolves. Very, 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 very annoying. But based on my theory, I can beat this level easily, relatively easily. Yeah, like my stuff is definitely taking over the level. The summoners summon stuff. Oh, look at these. These were also modified and they look the same, so I didn't notice they were modified. They are Troll-Blooded Orc Houndlords, which summon Troll-Blooded Orc Wolves, but it's fine. Really good. The fire snakes are carrying this so hard. When I picked up Blastmaker, I didn't really have Serpents of Chaos in mind, but when I grabbed Serpents of Chaos, I did have Blastmaker in mind, and it is working exactly how I wanted it to work. So this is going very well. What do we get here? Scroll of Spells. Can this give you a spell that is not in your spellbook? I think all of these are. What is it? Stampede Form, Silver Spill, Earthen Sentinel, and Silver and Mystic Power? Yep, I have them all. I think it would be interesting for the sake of this challenge if a scroll spell could give you a spell that you don't have in your spellbook. Yeah, that would definitely add a whole new dimension to the process of picking a level, and you're like, oh man, it's that spell that or that skill more likely that I really needed. That I when I started, I was like, oh man, if I had that skill, I would definitely be able to destroy this, and it's there. But the level is super hard, but it's worth it, kind of thing, you know. Um, yeah, I really, really want the scrolls of spells and skills to play like a protagonist role in at least one of these Archmage trials. Hey, look at that! It's like a face in this scroll. Is like just shut up and pick something already, kind of thing. Okay, I'll get the spear. Mm, 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 mm. Vampire counts do summon. Yeah, trials are in the update. I'm playing limited spellbook right now. Limited spellbook is, I think, 75% less spells. This time we're doing lightning bolt on wolf, and you just saw me grab silver spear. But I'm not really gonna use it a lot. What I'm going to use, however, is Word of Chaos. This might be fine. Is there only one? There's two vampire counts. Well, it's definitely a lot easier now that they spawn in Realm 14 and it's only two of them than when they were spawning three of them in Realm 5. That was so messed up. I have no idea, I have no idea why Dylan had them, spawn so early, but that's how it was for a while. These are Bone Shamblers. Hmm. Hmm. With these Bone Shamblers, we same rule of like monsters that spam, I out spam them. applies to Bone Shamblers, but these are small enough that I'm not entirely sure that will work for me. Also, Idol of Frailty. I don't want to get like weakened to fire and take a bunch of damage or weakened to physical in this level with the Red Cyclopes. Would be bad. Helm of the Host would be a useful thing to have. It says all allied units heal for 1 per 100 damage dealt to enemies by allied units. In a good turn, I deal quite a bit of damage, like definitely more than 500, so it could be useful, but I don't want to deal with these burning stonefish. Like, these are actually nuts. So let's not deal with them. I think that I'm just gonna go here. Decisions. Do I get Court Mancer, Conjured Aggression, or Conjured Vitality? I'm gonna get Conjured Vitality. That 9 HP will... not only does it make it so that these guys are more tanky, the toads, but also makes them so that I don't have to cast that many wolves to amass enough damage on my dudes to summon a toad. Because they have more HP. I don't have to cast that many. Alright, the spamming has begun. Let me outspam you then. How much HP do they have? 42 now. Yeah, they started with 15 and now they have 42. Okay, we're also getting big amounts of Toad Beasts. We already have 3. This says whenever an enemy unit takes dark damage, heals for 4. That is not that much of an issue since very few things here deal dark damage, only the vampires and only in melee. Okay, I want them to summon more stuff. They're about to. It does seem like the stuff they summon doesn't have enough HP to make snakes. The snakes are made from 6 physical, and I guess the bats and the ghosts... well, the ghosts are immune to physical, but the bats only have 4, so it doesn't make any snakes. That is kind of annoying. Could certainly use some snakes right now. Ghostly Towering Toad Beast spawner. That could be a problem. And it's gonna summon a third one. That is going to be a problem because it's immune to physical. Okay, how do we get rid of that? We have a Nether Dagger. Okay, that's how we get rid of it. The unfortunate thing is that I have to hit them all with the Nether Dagger after I've killed these. And I don't have teleporters to go over there and kill it already. Well, let's see how things unfold. They're weak to ice. Maybe the old witch gets rid of them with its ghosts. But I'm not sure. I wouldn't bet on that. Okay, they're hitting the spawner, so I just have to wait then. And when the spawner is dead, I ether dagger them, and then they all die. Okay, we do need Exturbo for this. It's gonna take a while. I think I can see them all from this style. Yes, I can see them all, so we Ether Dagger here. And then they're dead. Ether Dagger removes their resistances and immunities, so now they can get hit by physical. And by extension, they just die instantly. Pretty good stuff. Let's see what else we can get. Can hear the aggression. I feel like Hortmancer does more for me. Summons more wolves. Fake queens. I kind of want to go to this level to limit test, but I feel like it might be risky. Yeah, because I have the theory that my build beats that. Like the insane amount of enemy spam that fake queens enable. They do summon a lot of things. They summon the evil Fades. Fortunately, the evil Fades don't summon anything, but they also summon Fate Turns passively. Up to 6 tiles away each turn. So every turn it passes, every one of these fake queens will summon one dude. So yeah, that with an Idol of Fighty Vengeance might be kinda bad actually. That's the main reason why I am hesitating. But I do want to do it. And that is not even the only thing that exists in the level that summons a bunch of stuff. There's Spider Queens and Mind Maggot Queens. Oh, these are ghostly. Well, that is a good thing to realize. We still cannot overcome the immunity to physical. It's too bad. This looks pretty doable, in my opinion. I'm probably going there, but let's see the last one. We have Flaming Eyeballs. Okay, it's a bunch of big guys. Let's do this one. Now that I am facing enemies with big HP, I am making so many snakes so quickly. Also, look at the amount of toad beasts that I've released into the world. Getting the HP for the wolves was such a big upgrade. So much damage. I think we're fine. I think we are on our way to beat this. I'm starting to feel that I have gotten to the point where I just perma X turbo. There we go. Not that difficult. And yeah, the Towering Toad Beasts, maybe this should cost more than 4, because it's been carrying. It made so many of these guys, and these guys are chunky enough that they don't die easily. They also regen, so like it goes exponential. In this game, there is so many things that go exponential. Um, I think we definitely want Pyrophilia. Let's just get that now. And in the future, I'm gonna get the poison stuff. Oh, maybe I should have gotten the poison stuff for this level, because that is a lot of Lamasu and the Void Phoenix and a modified Dragon Mage with 655 HP. It's a good thing that I don't have to go there. I really wish I had a good way to deal with enemies that are immune to physical. That is the main limiting factor of this build. Even Silver Spear, which I got, is not great for dealing with these ghosts. It works because it does have like the holy damage beam that does damage to dark, and the ghosts fortunately happen to be dark. So I can kill them, but it is not that ideal. The targeter also isn't like that great compared to other stuff. I wish it was like an explosion instead of a beam. But there's no spell like that. Like I guess the closest to that is Flame Burst with the upgrade that makes it deal holy damage. That spell is so good with that upgrade. In fact, I think that upgrade might be the best upgrade that spell has in this game. Hmm. You know what? Those guys are too much trouble. Let's reroll this. Giant Mass of Ice. Undead spawn 9 Mass of Ice. That is a very bad thing to be fighting against. Not to mention that there's also Gold Drakes and Troubling Masses and Greater Vampires and Fake Queens. Once again, I feel like maybe I can beat the level. And this time there's nothing that's immune to physical, at least. So I do stand a chance, but the attrition damage from just being in this level is probably a bit too much, especially after these pops, because the Masses of Ice will then eventually pop and summon so many eyeballs. This is just so many eyeballs. Jar of Troll Blood, finally. Can we do this level? Is the question. And I think the answer is yes, because I don't see anything that's immune to physical. We see things like the Knights that are highly resistant, so those are gonna take forever to kill, especially with the Fountains of Blood existing and healing them, or probably all of the damage that they're gonna be taking every turn. But at least we can kill them when we get rid of the Fountains. We also would be getting modified enemy or modified allies now that I have this Jar of Trollblood, which is kind of a big buff to any ally build, like the one that I have. Not to mention that I can just start the level with a Chaos Bell, which, yeah, that sounds like a plan. Let's go here. Jar of Trollblood, Chaos Bell. Nothing here summons. Wait, you summon? I'm gonna wait for you to summon then. And then we're gonna Chaos Bell. Alright, this is going well. Yeah, this level wasn't really that bad. I think we can go to X Turbo now. Once we establish a presence in the level, the toads just take over. It's such a nice, powerful skill. It really punches way above its weight class, being a level 4 skill. Like, Serpents of Chaos is really strong, and it's a level 7, and the snakes are temporary. These are permanent. It does take a while for them to get going, but once they get going, well, you see how many of them I end up the level with in 45 turns. There's just so many of them. Um, yeah, I think it's pretty funny how the modified one and the normal one they look almost the same. This is a slightly brighter green than this one, almost exactly the same. They hit kinda hard. Anyway, I think that it's time to um, stop avoiding the end goal of this build and just get Venom Spit and then Spider spawning. So I can kill things that are immune to physical but not poison finally. That's a pretty nasty looking level. What do we have here? Ghostly Void Slime, immune to physical and poison. Okay, so we can do that. And we have Yggdrasil, some cockatrices, Burning Mind Vampire, Rotting Masses. We would get some really good stuff as an ally, like a really strong ally from beating this level. So I do like the idea of going here. This game's pretty funny, but I do feel like I enjoy it a lot more whenever I'm playing um, sorcery builds. Some builds are just not as good at making me feel like this game is the greatest game that has ever existed. Wow, it took so much damage. Man, Yggdrasil is getting absolutely hosed. Wow, it just got deleted. Um, yeah, once again the toads went exponential. Um, you say something about about Rift Wizard summons now? It's more like they're not bad, but they are like they don't give me that feel of, oh yeah, this is the greatest game ever that sorceries do. When it comes to sorceries, I really enjoy everything that goes on when it comes to the game, like the thought process and like the building and everything, or like how are you building your character. With summons, it's not quite the case. So Ghostly Twilight Knight. I kind of want this guy because it does holy damage and it heals my dudes. And the other option is the Energy Knight. The Energy Knight does not heal my dudes, but it is a leech. I'm gonna get the Twilight Knight. Mm. Yeah, I like big explosions and fireworks. And I was thinking about that thing that I said because this build does do big explosions and fireworks, but I feel like it doesn't do it the way that I normally would like to. Let's get Spider spawning, then we can get Paralyzing Venom. If we had the experience, I would like to get Natural Vigor, Natural Healing, Minion Regen as well. Maybe not Natural Healing, actually. Maybe these two, definitely Mega Venom if I could afford it. Acid Fumes, Collected Agony would be nice. But we are close to the end. We're going into Realm 18 out of 21, so not a lot of experience left for me to get in this game. How bad of an idea would it be to get this Dwarven Chainmail and then pick up the Armorer skill? And I am only thinking of that as a bad idea because we don't have a lot of time yet. This thing copies that every turn on one of my dudes. The obvious flaw that I see with that train of thought is that copying that on a dude at random will mean that I will put it on the bombers and I will put it on the snakes. So I will not put it on the toads, which is what I want to armor up. So I guess that I don't really get that. I don't really get that for this build. Yeah, I guess that's a good thing to say. I don't really get that. So yeah, okay. It's still an interesting, decent item to get. It's a strong item. I do have to say that I don't like this level that much. At least nothing is immune to physical, which is definitely my biggest bane. But this guy will spam leeches or like will spam fiends. Not really that much. It only summons a fiend every 30 turns. It should do it once and then it will die. I don't think it's that bad. But the leeches are kind of that bad. On the other hand, I would like to believe that it's gonna be okay because I have Prince of Ruin and a bunch of stuff to get rid of the jars. I think this level might actually be okay. I think it might be doable. Let's give it a try, I suppose, because where else am I going? Yeah. Goes Bell. Do not forget, as I have forgotten, that I have access to Word of Chaos, and I really, really should get Word of Chaos because that spell is going to be absolutely massive. Wow, the level is full. Literally full of enemies and full of allies. There's a thick barrier of allies between me and the enemies, which is nice. So many toads. This is great. If I hadn't had to pick up Lightning Bolt early in the game, this would be a solo wolf run. And yeah, like this is going pretty well. Okay, time to get my signature spell. Word of Chaos. We get this. Let's see what we get here. Ghostly enemies. Let's look elsewhere. Modified Bone Shamblers. Fey Towering Bone Shamblers. The main reason why I wish Rift Wizard 1 had the targeter of Rift Wizard 2. If Rift Wizard 1 had the targeter of Rift Wizard 2, I would play a lot more Rift Wizard 1 than Rift Wizard 2 because of these things. Maybe I could deal with them, but like I'm not too sure about those two shields on all of those guys. Modified Iron Fiends, Masses of Ice, Pillar of Worms and Idol of Mighty Vengeance in opposite sides of the level. I should reroll. The Golden Skulls are really bad on ally builds. Bone Shambler Megaliths, but these are not modified. But there is an Idol of Mighty Vengeance. But, okay, like this has so many layers. At first you would be like, okay, with this build I can do this, and then you would be like, I cannot do this, but then you would notice that there is this little enclosement where I can spawn, where I am safe from most things until this dies, and when it dies it doesn't matter anymore because like I'm gonna be going wild. There is Frost Spear Leeches, which are gonna summon jars and they're gonna be annoying. Oh, Ghostly Bone Shambler Megalith Spawner. No, we cannot go there. Rough. I have 2 portal keys. I'm gonna use one here. We need to save one for Realm 19, which is the next one. So it's fine. This might be doable with Word of Chaos. Ghostly Insanity Fiend Spawner. That is absolutely not gonna be good. These deal 27, so they don't deal enough damage for me to kill them quickly with Silver Spear. Are the fiends gonna be immune to poison? I don't think they are. I don't think Ghostly gives immunity to poison. Let's give it a try. I hope that I do not regret my decision. Okay, it is not immune to poison, which is okay. That's like a way to kill it at least. Okay. Enemies within 5 tiles take 1 arcane damage and lose 1 random spell charge each turn. I guess that it's okay because the spells that I wanted to cast I've already cast. So what about the Fiend? Has the Fiend died already? I don't see it anymore. Probably it is dead. I'm getting poisoned by a Drider. Yeah. And these guys Poisoning all enemies in line of sight for 3 turns is kind of rough, so I better go better go back to behind my wall so that those guys cannot see me. When I picked up Serpents of Chaos, I kind of thought that it was gonna look like this from the very beginning, but it was not the case. I just thought of something. Maybe we could get something to increase the duration of the snakes. But I think that not Nature Lord, Conjuration, Archconjurer. Yeah, 50% median duration, so they last for 6 turns. Pretty good. And so the level is over. That took 22 turns. The first play being Word of Chaos made me able to summon, or enabled me to summon so many wolves that when the wolves started taking damage, I just made so many Towering Toad Beasts so quickly. Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. I'm about to run out of game and I still have bills to go. That is definitely a very common experience in Rift Wizard 2. I'll get Mega Venom. That vastly increases the amount of poison damage that I deal. Jormungandr. I kind of feel like this level isn't so bad, but on the other hand, there is a lot of masses of ice, and that spawned 6 floating eyeballs. That is definitely scary. The other thing that I would be able to fight against is Pope the Frog, and a level that has a bunch of masses of ice anyway. I feel like my build is very well suited for dealing with Pope the Frog. But it is not well suited for dealing with Pope the Frog and so many masses of ice. So I think we do Jormungandr, or we use the key, and then we make a decision. That is also a thing that we can do. Spriggan Maker makes Spriggans whenever I kill something, right? Will replace Blast Maker, but I think that Blast Maker hasn't really been a problem at all. Not there's no need to replace it, kind of thing. I think this is the one that I end up going to. It seems to me like this is the one that makes the most sense. I hope that I do not get completely destroyed. All of the levels that were kind of doable had masses of ice and masses of ice spawners. I don't know what's up with that, but this might hurt. Yeah, there's trials now. I'm doing limited spellbook at the moment. I am a bit too close to Jormungandr. This feels like it could be very, very, very scary. I have a teleporter. I could teleport here, eat the damage, and then try to shift Jormungandr away. But I don't know how good of an idea that is. It might be a terrible idea. I also got robbed of a couple of turns because of the witch that I have as an ally. I don't even know where the witch is. Maybe it's already dead. But it froze me for a couple of turns, so I didn't get as many turns of Word of Chaos as I would have liked. Mm. Yeah, I definitely consider Jormungandr to be the strongest one. The strongest one out of all of these guys. The 5x5s. I heard the monster, or I heard the sound for the monster dying, and I was like, there's no way that I killed Jormungandr that fast. But yeah, I didn't. I absolutely didn't. This level has so many snakes, but not all of the snakes are my allies, and I've been conditioned throughout the whole game to think that the snakes are my allies. Um, I'm getting so many toads. Amassing large amounts of toads. And spiders. I'm starting to think that this could be a good moment to drink a mana potion and get another Word of Chaos. And with the experience in this level, we could get the skill that gives me 2 more charges of Word of Chaos. It seems to me that I might not be able to reach this part of the level. That could be annoying. Anyway, at this point I think I have enough stuff in the level that it is unlikely that I'm going to die. Damage taken, Lightning Artist. Hold on, there's a Lightning Artist in the level. Or there was a Lightning Artist? I don't see it anymore. I don't see any Lightning Artists anymore. Did you summon one of those and then it got immediately killed by my dudes? Shoutouts to the Towering Toad Beasts. They're so strong. I'm gonna play it safe and just use a healing potion. First healing potion that I use the whole game. Alright, not bad. The toads are crazy. How did I get... I think that the build can be separated in two moments. Before I got Toad Blood Transmutation and after I got Toad Blood Transmutation. I should have gotten it before Serpents of Chaos. Not that Serpents of Chaos is bad, but it does definitely scale with the amount of HP that your dudes have. Or rather, it's the other way around. This scales with the amount of HP that your dudes have. This scales with the amount of damage that your dudes have and the HP of the enemies, because you need to deal 6 or more. So yeah, this would have been better earlier on. So much experience, and somehow this rift is here. Did Dylan finally make it so that the rift is not deleted? Because if so, that's nice. Everyone was always reporting the rift disappearing in round 20. In my opinion, it was like the very first thing that needed to be fixed, just so that people didn't spend time reporting it. But I'm glad that it seems to finally have been fixed. That or somehow Jormungandr didn't hit this tile, but I think that's unlikely. Paralyzing Venom and Collected Agony would be nice. We might be able to get Paralyzing Venom during the Mordred fight. Decisions here. Decisions. By the way, I cannot get to that. If I press the key to auto pick it up, I cannot get to it because it's walled in. But it's fine. I think that I start here with Word of Chaos, walk over here, get Paralyzing Venom, and just summon a bunch of stuff as much as I can before Mordred does his thing. Whoa. Something happened there. But it was something beneficial for me, so I'm not gonna complain. Now the level is almost full of allies. Did Bone Shambler stuff happen? Because yeah, that looks like Bone Shambler stuff happened. Bone Shambler stuff will continue to happen since normally Immortal Bone Shamblers are a massive pain, but this build thrives in dealing with them. Also, shoutouts to finally making it so that my new computer has a hard time rendering a turn of Rift Wizard 2. Finally, it took almost 2 months, but it finally happened. It's still trying its best. I guess at this time it's actually the limitations of the game and more than the limitations of the hardware that I have. But yeah, we're kind of owning this fight super hard. How are you doing, Mordred? You're still full lives, about to die, but still full lives. Oh, it's this Immortal Bone Wizard is summoning Immortal Bone Shamblers. I guess it's fine. Okay, that was first life down, and you're still pretty hurt. I got experience that I should make use of. Yep. Is Collected Agony better? Man, I wish I could see where the experience is, but there's just so many allies. I'm just gonna get... He's gonna get Paralyzing Venom. All of these snakes have Venom Spit now, so Even the snakes that do not have a ranged attack are still capable of ranged attacks. Not that much range, mind you, but they still definitely rough off Mordred pretty badly. I just noticed that since I have so many allies, it's kinda hard for Mordred to do an effective shift. But the snakes are about to disappear anyway, so um, yeah, next time that Mordred gets to shift, we are going to actually see some stuff. This kind of build is a lot safer than a sorcery build, just because of the large amount of ally spam. Why are you not shifting? There we go. Are you stunned? Oh, okay, you don't have clarity. Let's use a Word of Chaos. We are absolutely bullying Mordred here. Realm 20 was more difficult than Mordred, but that is not an uncommon thing to happen. I feel like that's very par for the course nowadays. The Realm 20 bosses can be pretty nasty after all. Ooh, Reapers. That could be dangerous, and they're also immune to physical, so... Yeah, immune to physical and poison, so my dudes are not gonna kill them, and they can definitely kill me. Oh, these are Frost Spew Dream Hags plus Reapers. There is not that many Reapers. I think there's only 3 that I can see. So hopefully they somehow get killed before they kill me. Fingers crossed. 4 Reapers. Or what about Mordred? Because that could also happen. Mordred is in its last life. Oh, that's not a good idea. Not a good place to shift yourself to, Mordred. But very few places in the level really are. And there we go. All right. I could have definitely done that with only wolf if I had picked a better level. When I have to get lightning bolt, I could have just not gotten lightning bolt. If I had gone to a different level, is what I'm trying to say. And then I could have done a wolf only run. But Word of Chaos came in clutch. It did do quite a lot for me. But the MVP of this run was Blood Transmutation. This skill is absolutely bonkers. Serpents of Chaos is nice, but this gets you to the point where Serpents of Chaos is nice, is the kind of thing that I am thinking of. Why I think that this was really the MVP of the run instead of Serpents of Chaos. The wolves were okay. They were kind of like the starting spark for Blood Transmutation. Yeah, I had a good time with this build, and also we beat Limited Spellbook first try, literally first try, first attempt. Nice. Now, do I want to do Improviser immediately? Not really. Also, these are kind of boring. These Improviser, Pyromancer, Electromancer, Necromancer, Phytomancer, Manamancer, Holymancer, Ferromancer, and Hemomancer feel kinda placeholder-ish, not gonna lie. Kinda placeholder-ish. Menagerist, I hope that this is an exotic pet in addition to HP or something else, because doing the game with 50 HP is kinda hard. I've done it before, but it is kinda hard. makes it so that some things are significantly more dangerous than they would normally be, like eye levels, for example, stuff like that that can just deal damage to you, no matter where you are in the level. Um, Spells are free, but only one can be purchased. That sounds like fun. That sounds like fun. It also sounds like it's gonna be kind of hard. Mutant Masher. Each level has additional variant boss monsters. This is this game's humble horde is my guess. At least it won't have the thing that made humble horde awful in Rift Wizard 1, which is that you can get to Realm 24 and then Mordred can just shift your dudes away like 5 times in a row and then you die. That kind of thing definitely happens, and that kind of thing definitely is very frustrating when it does happen. Um, Giant Slayer. Each level beyond the fourth has an additional giant monster. That also could be funny with fire magic. Ogre Mage. You don't get skills, but every level has a ruby heart. I wonder if every level has a ruby heart means every level has a ruby heart instead of whatever reward would normally be there. Uh, I think I want to take it slow with these Rift Wizard runs. I think that I will come back tomorrow and try to do one other of these. I still don't know which one, but like yeah, I'm gonna try to do like one per stream so I don't burn out on Rift Wizard. Especially since these are gonna be harder than a normal Rift Wizard run, and Rift Wizard runs are already kinda like thought intensive, at least the way that I like to play the game. So yeah, I'm just gonna call it here for tonight. I appreciate the continued support, everyone. Thank you for everything. I hope that you have been enjoying Rift Wizard 2's Archmage Trials. I know that I certainly had a good time with this one, but I would like to do more explodey sorcery stuff. You know, the kind of thing that really um, got me hooked to this game. And I will be doing that tomorrow. For now, I will call it. See you around, have a nice rest of your night, and thank you for the continued support.